Oopsie. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It's Natalie with Natalie's Closet. I know I kind of really gave everybody a short notice on this. Uh, so, sorry, my mom asked me a question, so I wanted to answer her. I didn't see that she. Oh no, dude! Why do you just demand to start stuff I didn't ask you to start? Isn't that frustrating when our phones just do stuff, even though we didn't ask them to do it? Yeah, very frustrating. Anyway, so um, I don't know why I feel very scrunched in the front seat right now. I know why. Anyway, um, I'm going to be working on something. However, I'm not going to be telling you what I'm working on. It's the project that I am trying to write a pattern for, and so it's kind of secret. I am needing to get some pattern testers, which Tracy generously offered to pattern test for me. So I appreciate that. I'd like to have at least 3, 4 or 5 wouldn't be bad, but at least 3 that would be willing to test the pattern. I have to send Mr. Boyfriend, even though he's right next to me, I need to send him a text because I want to remember something. That doesn't always happen. Okay, so I just asked, I just put it, it's basically more of a reminder to me than it is me sending him a text that he needs to know about. Anyway, holy cats. Hey, Granny D, welcome. 36 months you've been a member of my channel. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Granny D.
There you go. You got it from Mr. D. Mr. B. Granny D. So it just was like Mr. D is where that came from. Oh my goodness, I'm getting a look. I'm getting a look like I can't believe it. Anyway, Mr. B. But I mean, Granny D's been around longer than that, but she's been a member. So then I start, open up memberships where you can get a paid membership, and she signed up as a member, and that's amazing. Thank you so incredible, Granny D. I absolutely adore you. You are so awesome, and I need to try to make more of your lives, but a lot of times it's just in the middle of stuff. But whoa. Hi, Natalie. Howdy, Granny D. Hello, welcome. And please forgive me. I can't remember. Did you tell me your name? And if you did, and I'm horrible with names. Like absolutely horrible with names. I'll remember your face, but not your name. If you had a dog in 5 years, I would remember the dog's name before I remember your name. It's just the way it is. And no, I can't pretend you're a dog and try to remember your name that way. My brain doesn't work that way because my brain knows you're not a dog. But why I can remember, I don't know. I don't know. It's very confusing. Hey, Jeanette, welcome. How are you? Thanks to you both. Oh, wow. Welcome to my. Here I am, not remembering your name, and now you're a member of my channel. Thank you so much for joining up as a member. I really appreciate it. That's awesome. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Mimi. Hi, Jeanette. Hey, Jeanette, hon. Tammy. Okay, I should remember that because I have several Tammy friends. Tammy with Twisted Stitches is a very good friend of mine. Actually, one of my next, no, my second or third video that I'll be putting out is going to be us meeting for dinner with Mr. Boyfriend, my mom, and her husband. We all had dinner, but I mean, she's awesome. I love her to pieces. We've gone every time we get together. We have such a good time, and we can sit there for hours and not even realize it's been, oh my God, it's been 3 hours when it feels like it's, just 5 minutes. But it's awesome. Anyway, so she's one of my friends. I've got a couple of Tammy friends, so I should remember it. But please forgive me if I don't. Maybe I'll have it. What? Mimi loves crochet. Okay, so Mr. Boyfriend's gonna probably text me with that so that hopefully I remember. Tammy. Okay, well, you're supposed to like say it what, like 21 times or something, and then you'll remember it. Or oh no, that's when something becomes um uh not a pattern, becomes
Habit.
habit. Thank you. But anyway, I'm the same way. Okay, good. Phew, you understand. But anyway, welcome to the channel. I really appreciate it. Or as welcome to the membership part of my channel. You know what I'm trying to say. You understand, or you'll get to know me well enough where you understand what I'm trying to say. Everybody, well, Granny D knows what I'm trying to say. No worries, my lifetimes are inconvenient for a lot of folks. Yeah, but you still have you know, a bunch of people there, which I love and appreciate that they support you so much. I support you, you know that. I love you, but not always able to make it. I'm taking one day at a time. Well, that's good, Jeanette. I'm glad to hear that. That's wonderful. I'm enjoying your content. Good. I'm glad. Yeah, I know. I've seen you comment, and I'm going to be responding just with the festival this weekend. You know, you're just on the go and go and go, and then travel time and all that fun stuff, which I could have done a live in the travel time, but like I would have started by the time I would have started the live and everything, it would have been like, okay, 20 minutes and then bye, you know. So I just left it alone and crocheted, or we had talked to some friends, a couple friends on the phone, stuff like that. um Mimi is fine. Okay, good. Okay, phew. So if I forget, I could just be safe saying Mimi. Huh, I've been deep diving your great videos. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. Okay, so Mr. Boyfriend sent me the text. Sent it to me twice. You said Tammy, and then you said the Mimi loves. Yeah, thank you, my love. He's so sweet. Oh, okay. I already texted him that, but I do need to. It didn't get any views. That's weird. Normally by now, I don't understand my shorts. The ones from the Michigan Fiber Festival, we're averaging anywhere from, let's say, 200 to 460 views, roughly. Then the Wisconsin Fiber Festival shorts, um, the first one or two, I think, like were around 600 views, and then I posted a third one on Sunday. Was I think the third one that I posted. I had posted it 35 minutes later. We go sit down to have lunch, or we're getting ready to sit down and have lunch. And I happened to refresh my screen, and I thought I was seeing something wrong. I thought, how is there only 12 views? No, 13 views. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. So I refreshed it again, and then I was in the shade so I could actually see something. And I was like, what? And so then I went up to him and I was like, this short has only been live for 35 minutes and there's 1,300 views, 1,300 views. I was like, what is going on here? That was crazy. Within the next like 5 minutes, another 100 views. And I was like, whoa, that's insane. So I was like, oh my God, this is so awesome. And then I posted the next short, and I think it got like 400 something views. And then I did the spindle one, Snyder Spindles, and I was so hoping they were going to get a ton of views, and they got 12. So then I did, who was the next one? Oh, Lotus, um, I can't remember the name, but, and that one only got like, I think 50 or 60, something like that. I was like, what is happening? So I just now posted another live to Headwaters Pottery. She does amazing work. What? I'm sorry, a short. Posted a short for Headwaters Pottery. She does amazing stuff. Very talented. Pot. What would be her? What is her? Not a potteryist. She's a. What is the what is their term for what they would be doing with pottery and clay and whatever? Well, I'm not sure exactly what. You guys help me out. What, we're crochettists, we're knitters, we're, florists, we're, that type of thing. But what would somebody be that does clay work and pottery and stuff like that. Help me out because I'm not sure. Mr. B is a great boyfriend. Yes, he is. Thank you very much. He's a great boyfriend because he's amazingly supportive. The thing is he's not just supportive of my craft. He himself has submerged himself in learning everything about the craft. He absolutely loved the dyeing class. Oh, that should have been one of the first shorts that I put up. That's the first thing. Oh wait, I'm not to Sunday yet. I'm not up to Sunday yet, so never mind. I'm still on Saturday, posting shorts. But he, uh, uh, I don't want to say adored. That's not the right word. But he loved the small batch dyeing with acid dyes. He actually I mean, but 5 years on YouTube. The YouTube giveaway is still live until the 17th. So if you haven't entered, enter. But there will be another giveaway. Um, I'm thinking I may do it October 1st, which is, oh, and it could be in that one. Or we could do a separate one because it's part of the Sheep and Wool Festival. Because I was thinking about doing it, maybe I was thinking about doing it. But anyway, I'm going to be doing a Wisconsin Sheep and Wool Festival inspired giveaway. And we had what, like at least 10 vendors, I think more, because there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, at least 10 vendors that donated something for a giveaway. And then maybe more, I can't remember. So at least 10. Could be a little over 10 even. I'm not sure. Our coffee table was filled with I was like, wow, we got more stuff in giveaways than I think we got yesterday. I mean, like the we got. And I was like, that's crazy, but it was awesome. Well, two of them had been from Saturday, which is what inspired the giveaway, because one of the Bumblebee Farms, um, we were talking for a long time, and she's super cool, and she actually lives not close, but not too far from us. And so we're planning on, getting together and hanging out, whatever. And she goes, yeah, so yeah, totally do videos, whatever, whatever. And then she goes, wait a minute, do you do giveaways? And I said, yeah. And she's like, okay, well, here. And she gave me a hink of yarn. Okay, now you know that's one of the things. And she gave me a hink of yarn. She goes, this is for a giveaway. And I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. And so then another booth, which is incredible, and what she does with stuff is wow. But anyway, I don't know if I mentioned it or somehow I think I may have mentioned it, and so she donated something. So then we get home and getting ready to go to bed, and I was like, huh, what if we can go back to some of the people we had dealt with and any new people we deal with and see if anybody would be willing or interested, willing, and able, because some people are so small, they're not really able to give up anything, but um, and do a Wisconsin sheep and wool inspired giveaway. And he was like, yeah, that's cool. So yeah, there were a bunch of people that hopped onto that. So that was awesome. But anyway, what I was saying is, yes, he's a great boyfriend because he's very supportive, but he's also truly interested in what we do in the fiber arts, and he's just an amazing man. Uh, Outside of being supportive and interested, he's just an amazing man. Congratulations. Thank you. That's awesome. Yeah, they do get a lot of views. It was just weird that two of them got like next to nothing compared to the other ones, but I guess it is what it is. I don't trust those numbers. Seems to be a glitch of some kind of problem with the views, etc. Yeah, I was wondering that because I'm like, that just doesn't make sense. Something is either not updating on my side or whatever. But I just hope they got views, because I mean that's the whole purpose of having done a lot of these. I mean, yes, it was also to get people to my uh, to my channel, but also because a lot of these people were just like so awesome. What is that? Are you kidding me?
Red light
This
camera ahead.
YouTube video has been sitting here playing. So frustrating. I thought I got rid of it, but evidently not. So I just need to set. Cause I posted this short just before I got on, and that's weird. See, I had 91 views on my Michigan Fiber Festival video, and now it says 87. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't know. This is so frustrating. But what's been cool is there have been like a bunch of the different. Because what I did was I went and I contacted all of the Michigan vendors that I put into my video and let them know that the video was live and sent them the link. And a couple of them we saw again at the Wisconsin Fiber Festival. A couple of them remembered us from Michigan. And so it's really cool, having that experience. So one of them, I had sent her a text, um, sending her the link to Michigan Fiber Festival video, and then letting her know, say, hey, I was going to be reaching out to all the Wisconsin vendors that donated to the giveaway to thank them. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And she was like, oh yeah, that's awesome. I was happy to donate to the giveaway, and she was super cool. Those interlacements, Kelly. And so I mean, we made a lot of really great connections, and we really we learned a lot from several of them, and uh, we got a lot of stuff. So I got them spinning ahead of me. Well, actually, for other reasons, I have even way more spinning ahead of me. But I was actually trying to think up of a way to set it up. Um, where if I did end up, because I I have thought about it since I dyed those first two inks a couple years ago. I had been thinking about um, you know having my own yarn or hand dyed yarn business, and he and I have collectively thought about kind of a business plan. And now I'm like, okay, well now it could be not just hand dyed yarns by me, but it could be hand dyed yarns by me. So the only thing is spinning, even if you had a wheel, can take time. So I would probably have a lot of purchased bare yarn that I dyed, and then have a small collection of hand spun, hand dyed yarns by me. And who knows, and Mr. Boyfriend maybe. Never know. He may get into spinning. I don't know. He didn't. He was fascinated by it, but he didn't actually try it. I had only what? Oh, he's gonna do it. He said. Well, we have a Turkish spindle and we've got a drop spindle, and we have been looking at wheels, but there's only one brand that we would go with if we were gonna. Well, okay, I shouldn't say that, but for we had a crash course in wheel um brands and types and pluses and minuses and why some are better than others and all this other stuff. So anyway, but Granny D, I agree. Oh no. Good morning, Natalie, Mr. B, and live typers today. Good morning, Leanne. How are you, my friend? So anyway, let me just finish. I just need to do some tags. Headwaters pottery. Did I say Headwaters pottery? I think. Okay. So did anybody come up with what people that do pottery and clay and ceramic and that kind of what their craft is. Like we're crocheters, we're knitters. Um, uh, I'm not able to figure out what the term would be for someone that does pottery and clay work and that type of thing. So wait, so Headwaters pottery. Um, she has mugs and she's got yarn bowls and she had like trinket dishes. She had bowls. She had plates. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Would it be faster if we didn't get an invoice? I don't know. Okay. Anyway, bowls, plates. What else did she do? She had yarn bowls. What was that thing that I really liked? The one with the scissors on it. I forgot what she called it. Anyway, she had this really beautiful. I mean, she really does beautiful work. She had this it looks like a small, okay, kind of like a pitcher, but without the spout. Um, and it had a section where you could put a pair of scissors, like not. I don't know that you could do like regular, like the metal handled scissors, like smaller ones, like our crafting ones. That you could put on the outside of it so that you don't lose your scissors. That was really awesome. Nah, that's enough. I don't need to do anymore right now. And she did a lot of really neat work. It was awesome. And then there were, hold on, so that I could focus. Let me just get this done so that this the short can be right. And like this one has two views. I don't know. That's just weird. Anyway, so Snyder Spindles was awesome to be at here. I can put it here. Thank you. Snyder Spindles was awesome to work with. We had a really nice long conversation with Scott's wife, and she informed us about spindles and stuff. And he also was talking to Mr. B about it, and they were very, very nice people. And Kelly with Interlacements, incredible. I think I talked about it in the Michigan video about the zigzag and the rickrack yarns that I have from a long time ago. And then we got what was the one? What was it? Something toes. Not tips. Toasty Toes. That yarn line. So Kelly was super cool. And this one, there was a lot of yarn, but it was more heavily fiber bath, like fiber, either raw freshly shorn wool, like in bags from different breeds, or even freshly shorn dyed fiber. And then a lot of the fiber braids and the bats and all of that. There was a lot more of, maybe not a lot more, but there was more of that at the Wisconsin one than at the Michigan, because Michigan was the fiber festival and they had the animals and stuff. And they had the different competitions and things. But at the Wisconsin, it was the Wisconsin Sheep and Wool Festival. And so there were several barns with sheep and different breeds of sheep, and there was a section with the newborns, and oh my gosh, They were so precious. They were so cute, and they were trying to feed off of their mom, and it was really cute. And then there were so many different ones. We saw one being shaved, and then we saw several of them that had their little jackets on that they put on them after they get shaved. And then so there were two barns of vendors, and then the rest of the barns were all animal related. And of course, several of them were telling us how we should go to Rhinebeck, but that's next month. So that's going to be a goal to go to next year, because I have wanted to go to Rhinebeck for a long time. Of course, having to heard Shevas talk about it all the time. And that would be amazing. But that again is a sheep and wool festival. This one, I think, like Michigan, had the herding dog competition, I think like a herding dog competition where you can go in and you can watch the dogs herd the sheep, which I thought was kind of cool. We didn't go to see any of the animal competitions or any of the animal stuff, other than going to see some of the animals. We were primarily in the vendor booths, but we made a lot of great connections. Not that we didn't at Michigan. In Michigan, we did get a chance to talk to several of the vendors and stuff. But at Wisconsin, it seemed like we had a lot of really like a stronger connections to many of the vendors, having had conversations that were 15 minutes to maybe even I don't know that I'd go so far as a half hour, but just chit chatting and, oh yeah, this is cool, or oh yeah, this. And then like the one from Bumblebee, she, after I told her that I crochet, that I want to get back into knitting, but that I crochet actively, she was like, oh, that's awesome. And so she asked me if I would try out one of her crochet blanket patterns, and I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to do it. I think she said that um, I think she created the pattern and her mom was the one that made it up, or somehow something like that. Um, and I think she said it was in a fingering weight yarn. Um, and so she's like, you don't have to do it in a fingering weight. She's like, that's just what we did. She's like, you could do it in whatever weight yarn you wanna use. And I was like, okay, no problem. I'm like, I have a ton of fingering weight. She's like, it does take a lot longer a blanket in fingering weight, yeah, totally would take a lot longer. She's like, but you can use whatever weight yarn you want. And, she kind of was giving me the tips on, because I don't know that it was, I think it's worked from the corner, but I don't think it's a C to C. I think it was just, it works from the corner. So, I'm looking forward to doing that. She said it's a scrappy blanket, or at least that's how her mom made it up, was with scraps. But I don't really have a lot of scraps long, and I have scraps, but it would be like enough to do like a smile or some cheeks or some whatever. An ad is going to run in about 50 seconds. But I don't really have, now I'm starting to build up more scraps. Anyway, so I'll just probably use whatever yarn I have, and go from there. Hold on a second. I'm kind of knotted up here. Hold on a second. But sorry for the bumps in the road, but it is the road. Hold on. Totally. Oh, I'm not going to be able to undo myself. I'm working in a knot, basically. Hopefully I can get myself out of it. I did. Okay. Whew. That's good, because that would have not been a fun thing to be working on. Anyway, so So we were sitting there, we were chatting for so long, and she was telling us about her farm, and you should come up and see it. And then there's another vendor that we were at, and she's like, her mom was like, yeah, my daughter's standing right over there, and she's the one that kind of runs the mill. And, talk to her. It's a mill run by women. I think that was the one. Yeah. And so we talked to her for a minute, and she's like, yeah, because I asked her, I'm like, would you be willing to allow me to record the tour of the mill? And she's like, absolutely no problem. She's like, just give me a call in advance. Let me know when you're coming, and we'll go from there. And I was like, okay, cool. And then there was another farm. That one was yesterday that we with the soaps. And they have a mill or a farm. I think they have a farm. And they said
you're still on the fastest route.
They said that we can come by and visit them anytime we want, and it would be a lot of fun. And they have a couple of dates. They have some dates at the end of September. That's like a fall something or other, and then they have a Christmas one in December, and it's like basically heading south. So like when we would be going to Florida, it would be a possibility, but I don't know that we'd want to do that because we would want time to be there. So, but they're like 6 hours south of us or something like that. Illinois is like such a long state, I swear. But so that's going to be, and there was something else that we did that was like, let's see. There are not many here who sell hand spun yarn. It's quite time consuming, can be hard on your body too, just saying it. Oh, I know. I'm not really worried about it. I know I've actually spoken to a few hand spinning, hand dyeing people. Two that were actually at the festival, and one that includes it in her line. And actually, one of them, I think they do all of it hand spun, hand dyed, and then another one that has a line as part of their other hand dyed yarns. But I'm not really worried about it. If we have the time to be able to do it and do it, slowly, just adding it to our line. I want one too. I think it'll be cool. But yes, no, I totally get it, Leanne. But it's still something that is worth trying and working on, I think, especially with the plans that we have in mind, which are going to be exciting. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Potters? Maybe. Potters. I guess that could be. If they work with, but I wonder if that would be considered that if they primarily make pots. No, but if it's pottery, then that's interesting. I want to find that out. I need to look that up. Yeah, Tammy. Sorry, I just wanted to finish it so that I wasn't continuing to have it melt in my hands and chewing and whatever. But yes, Tammy said, I enjoy watching the spinners and purchasing their makes. Absolutely. That's actually what was on Saturday. Several, almost many of the vendors had, like, the woman behind the stuff. They had their wheel out and they were spinning, and that's actually kind of what got our, like, piqued our interest. And it was awesome to watch them spinning. And two of the um oh my gosh, um the one where we got that bag of bat yarn fiber, the green, yellow, whatever. Julie. Julie is one, and then I think there was another vendor here, or maybe I'm mixing it up with Michigan, that not only spin um, yarn, like however many plied, they typically do thicker yarn, like worsted and stuff, because when I walked into one of the ones, again, I could be mixing it up with Michigan. I was like, how many hanks, 100-gram hanks of fingering weight single ply yarn could I get out of this fiber? Oh my gosh, she almost fell off her chair. She's like, what? She's like, oh my God, I've never had anybody come in here and ask about a fingering weight. Oh my God, a thin yarn, a fingering weight yarn, single ply out of this. Oh my God, are you kidding me? I mean, she was like flipping out. She could not believe I asked that question. And she's like, I don't know that I know the answer to that. She's like, and so her husband was like, no, you told me this one time. And she's like, oh, I did? And so he pulls out her notes and she goes, oh, yeah. So she was like, you could get about 3 100-gram hanks out of this pack of that. Oh, that was Julie. And oh my gosh, this couple was a trip. They were, you'll meet them in the long form video. And they were such a trip. We spent quite a bit of time with them. And then when we came back to find out if they would be willing to donate something. Julie wasn't there. It was just her husband, Patrick. And he was like, sure. He goes, pick out whatever you want. Julie's not here. And we were like, uh-oh. Okay. So, but then I was like, I don't know. I'm like, because I was letting whoever it was pick whatever inspired them, like whatever they wanted, whatever talked to them that they wanted to donate. But anyway, so she typically works on thicker yarn. She does classes, and oh my gosh, I would have loved to take a class from her. That would be fun. But anyway, she did this amazing. She actually won Best in Show for one of her plied yarns. And I think it was the Medusa, wasn't it? Or no, that one was different. But she has this yarn that she calls Medusa, and it's however many plied yarn, and it's I would say it's probably closer to chunky than worsted. But she spins in the locks from the fiber. Like certain sheep are more like lock. They're like curly. They're like locks of yarn or fiber, and so she spins in the locks from the fiber, or the fiber locks, and she calls it her Medusa yarn. She does like some, oh my gosh, amazing yarn, and she loves bright colors too, like me. And so, oh my gosh, the hot pink one was the one that like called my name. It was incredible. And so what was it that you said? Oh, watching the spinners and purchasing their makes. Yes. So I didn't get a chance to actually watch her do any of this, but we did see so many people spinning yarn, and not necessarily because they were selling their hand spun yarn, but because they love spinning. And it was just so awesome. And then that's when we were like, next booth spinner, 2 booths down spinner. And we were like, wheel. And it was like, it was just like more and more interested in the wheel. And there were many times, Leanne, I said, Leanne, I don't want to hear it. Okay, don't go with the wheel or whatever. But because I was being funny with you, because I know we can be funny together. But anyway, so yeah, it was so much fun. So much fun. Oh my God, I'm late. Hello, everybody. Becky, I love how you make an entrance. It's okay. Don't worry. I'm still here for a little while. Um, but I would like to have your late note, please. Hi, Becky. Hi, Becky. Good to see you. Are you both on your way to a concert today? Yes, ma'am, we are. Hi, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Hi, Mom. Oh my gosh, I don't know what happened to my voice right there, but hi, Mom. Um, Hi, Larissa. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Larissa. How does my mom know your name before me? You must have said your name, and my mom will remember. That's for sure. My sister and brother-in-law are pottery makers, and they are known as hand potters. Okay, okay, so that makes sense. So hand potters. Um, we haven't been chinking. Chink. Look at oops, a green spooky Snickers. Ghoulish green. It doesn't make it taste any different, but we saw them at Target the other night before we were heading out for going back and forth to Wisconsin. I was like, do we need any snacks? He's like, I don't know. Because we were both very tired. But we had to go for a specific reason. I just can't remember what it was. Anyway, so we saw them. And Mr. Boyman's like, well, I wonder if they actually taste different. I'm like, I don't know. And so it was like, okay, well, why don't we try it? So we tried it. It doesn't taste any different. Honestly, I would like to try pottery. And we're going to be trying glass blowing. Those kind of motorcyclists drive me nuts. The ones that weave in and out of traffic and stuff and are flying. Then you're stopped somewhere and they're right next to you. It's like, haha. Spinning is very addictive because the spinner has more control over lots. Yeah, well, that was the other thing. Nancy was our teacher in our dyeing class, and we had actually met her for the first time in Michigan. And her daughter Heather. Why do I have an alarm on for right now? I don't know. I think I forgot to turn that one off. But anyway, they have, and the thing that sucks is outside of the giveaway item that they gave, we never actually ended up doing a video there. We never got anything from them, and we didn't do a video in their booth in either one of the festivals. So that kind of sucks. But they were talking about wheels, and Nancy also teaches spinning. And so I guess she's got multiple wheels and or has had multiple wheels over the years. And her daughter has multiple wheels. And what did she say she does? She felts. Heather said she felts, remember? But then she was talking about the spinning. Anyway, so I guess when she was going to be getting a new wheel, and her mom was trying to hint to her boyfriend, okay, well, this type of spinner, and this type of wheel and whatever. And so she emailed him the link so that he could be the one that actually pressed the button, was the one that actually purchased the thing. And so Heather turns around and she's like, and he got it wrong. And her mom was like, well, it was partly my fault because I don't think I gave specifics and whatever. And so it was a single, what was it?
Treadle.
A single treadle, which anybody that knows wheels, there's one pedal that you could be doing, or there's two. And so Heather at first I was like, okay, well, whatever, no big deal. But then I was at my mom's and I sat down with her two treadle wheel and was like, oh my God, no, this is the way, this is what I need. Because one, they said you then don't have one ankle or one foot that is like Hulk and then the other and big, and the other one not. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. I'll just be going around in circles then while I'm walking. And plus Heather was like, there's a lot of the not soothing wasn't the word. What it the rhythm. It was more rhythmic having both feet doing it. And so, we were talking and I said, okay, well, if we do, okay, not if, when we end up getting a wheel, um, definitely a 2 treadle wheel. And one of the, oh, it's such a cute little a couple, not Stefania. Well, Stefania was awesome too, but the booth next to them, I can't remember her name now. Anyway, a little old couple, they were adorable. Not they I don't mean old as in, okay, yes, they were probably in their 80s, I'm guessing, maybe something like that. But such a sweet couple, very knowledgeable, and they fix and work on and sell, what is it in name, Brent? Lendrum wheels, which Mr. Lendrum just retired, and so people are like freaking out, and so the price of these wheels is going to go up. However, he's trying to find somebody who would care like he does and possibly take over the business, which hasn't happened yet, but he has guaranteed, he is told, like, this older couple who sell them and fix them, as well as other ones, that he will stand behind and will continue to replace parts when and if they're needed. So that was a plus. But this woman was like, you won't have a problem with them. They will last. Even the ones from the 70s, 60s, 70s, they will be the same. Now, you may need to, like, the hinge may need to be replaced, or, over wear and tear. But overall, you have a solid wheel versus some other brands that tend to break often, or you have issues with, or whatever. But if you it's like a $200 difference. So if you're already spending that much money on a wheel, it's like, okay, okay, granted, you may not be just no way that you could do it, but if there's a way to save up and be able to do a 2 treadle wheel, I mean, it's not like a $600 difference. Not that $200 isn't a lot. That is a lot. But you know what? I don't know. Do you guys know what I mean? And yes, I think we heard from almost each person that spun that it is very addictive. Like, once you're a spinner, like a true-on spinner, you're never going to stop. Like, it's just going to be part of your life, and you will be addicted to it. Pottery, huh, Leanne? It's so exciting to be around all the yarn people. You buzz for days. I get it. Yeah, totally. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. I mean, and there's so many other festivals that we had no idea about. I mean, many of them we wouldn't be able to get to, and well, I mean, I guess some people, maybe that's just what they do, but glass blowing is another craft many crafters are trying out. Making glass beads, beautiful. Yeah, well, I had seen it for the first time, I think I was in high school, out on the beach, because we lived in Florida, out on the beach. I think I had seen a guy doing it, and I was intrigued by it then. And then over the years, I mean, I would see it or whatever, or my mom and I would be somewhere, and we would go into into a shop, and we would see stuff that was obviously blown glass, and so then I love Ann Tudor's hand blown stitch markers, which she has she's no longer making them, but I was like, oh my God, I want to do this. And so then Mr. Boyfriend and I got together, and we were talking about it. He's like, okay, He's like, "We'll try it out." I was like, "Oh, okay." So then we were at the Renaissance Fair, and we saw this guy that was blowing glass. He was doing like bigger pieces and with, a huge kiln and everything. I'm talking about like hand blowing, with a blowtorch and that type of thing. I mean, I don't know. With our obsession with stuff, who knows? It'll probably turn into having a kiln and everything. But anyway, but at least trying it. I love one of the yarn trucks. How cool would that be to follow all the festivals around the states? What a lifestyle that could be for a few years. Oh, absolutely. That would be amazing. Amazing. Hold on. Let me catch up and see what is. I'm sorry, it's a family dinner time. I'll catch the rest and replay. Have a wonderful time at concert. Oh, thank you so much, Tammy. Enjoy your time with family and your dinner. I appreciate you signing up as a member. That was awesome. Thank you so much. Welcome again, and I'll talk to you soon. And yes, I will be answering or replying to comments on videos. I just, this weekend I haven't had a chance to. But thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Ashford wheels are very popular with my yarn groups here in Australia. Oh, that's cool. I don't know that we've heard of Ashford, but consistently across, I mean, almost across the board, Lenford was the one that Lendrum, sorry, Lendrum was the one that was like, okay, this is the one. But I didn't hear of Ashford. Anyway, so if anybody's watching the replay or if you're here and interested in testing a pattern, please let me know. So far I have one tester. The pattern isn't done yet. I'm actually working on it right now, and then I have to finish actually writing it. And then I need a pattern tester, which it'd be awesome if it was done before Halloween this year, but I know that's, well, I mean, it's possible. It's possible, but if anybody is interested in testing a pattern for me, please let me know. Enjoy dinner, Mimi, or what craft? Maja craft? Am I saying that right? But we don't have any other festivals on the books for the rest of this year. Next year, I definitely want to go to YarnCon in Chicago. That's like on a much, much smaller scale. That's like, one large room with a bunch of vendors, as far as I'm aware, which there's no problem with that. Although we were told by, this is stuck, by Chevis and several people at Michigan, that Michigan being the first fiber festival we were ever going to be at, we were going to be spoiled by it. I kind of got to say, Wisconsin was right up there. I mean, if not, it was bigger for sure when you include all the animal barns and everything. But even the size of like the park that you were at, it was bigger than Michigan. And it's funny because, hold on, guys, my yarn is stuck. I had texted Chevis and I was like, hey, are you, holy crap, hold on a second, guys. Are you going to be here at the Wisconsin Fiber Festival? And she's like, no, still working on home improvements. And I was like, okay, I get it. And so then she was like, I said something. And she was like, yeah, I've never been there before. And I was like, oh, wow. Okay, you gotta come. Because like even from when we first got there and the parking lot. Now, granted, we were in Michigan on a Friday. So people were still at work and whatever. So that may have been the reason why it didn't seem as busy as far as people. But on Saturday, when we got to the Wisconsin one, and we were there, doors open for the vendor market at 9. We were there just before, right? Yeah, we were there just before 9. and the parking lot was like so full, and it was a big parking lot. I mean, not quite like stadium size parking, like at a stadium field or stadium. Oh my god, parking lot, but not too far off. I mean, it was a big parking lot, and it was pretty full. And I was like, "What is happening?" And so then the barns where the vendors were so full. It was so hard to record. I mean, it was some of the booths was it was impossible to record because there were just so many people packed into each booth area. And it was like, okay, well, we'll do our best and we'll record what we could record. But I gotta say, it's huge. So anyway, our next one, well, I don't know if it's our next one, but YarnCon in Chicago for sure. I would love to be able to go to Michigan and Wisconsin again, although if it means that we wouldn't be able to go to other new ones, then not. But uh yeah, it's just so awesome. Um, I wish I had time. I'd love to test for you. Yeah, it would be awesome. You were actually one of the first people I was thinking might be able to, but then I was like, yeah, but she's pretty busy. I don't know that she'd be able to, which is fine. I totally understand. Um, and it's not like it's a super time. It's not a time consuming. There's actually a lot of repetition in it. But uh well, okay, it's taking me more time than it should because I'm doing it in like batches, like when I'm in the car with you guys, or so I'm talking most of the time and then trying to crochet, or plus I'm trying to beef up stuff for my um craft fair stuff. So there's a lot of other stuff that I'm doing, but this is actually, well, actually, now that I think about it, I really do need to be working on this because I would love to have it already tested and out for sale before Halloween. Um, uh, well, it is what it is. Well, it'll flow the way it's supposed to flow. Have you still toyed with the idea to run your own? Oh yeah, yeah. We still have the plan to run our own festival in the Tampa Bay area. We actually already have connections for somebody that would be willing to help us along with like who to contact, how to kind of go about stuff. Um, it's a matter of also finding a location. Now, honestly, I would love to do a sheep and wool festival, um, but that entails a lot more. You have to have the barn areas, um, and all of that for all of the sheep and stuff. I mean, yeah, we might be able to have a booth that a person has some of their sheep at, but not, I don't know that we'd be able to find a location where we could do a full on sheep and wool because even with Michigan being as big as it is, they and having a sheep, it being kind of a sheep and wool, but not to the level of like Wisconsin, um, they were still like basically on farmland. So that's something that we're going to have to think about and try to plan and everything. But regardless, absolutely. Hold on a second. I need to place the stitch marker. I had planned on going around and placing all the stitch markers where they needed to go, but and that's the thing with this particular pattern, depending on how skilled, well, it's not, it's good, it's, I would, maybe it's an adventurous beginner type pattern, but it's really a repetitive thing, and depending on the yarn you're using and if you're able to, if you, how well you know how to determine stitches, you might not need the stitch markers. I use the stitch markers just so it makes it a little bit easier, or faster to differentiate. What did I do? Okay, slip stitch. You can use my 3 sheep. Okay, let's get those sheep over here from Australia. Oh, that would be awesome, but thank you. Okay, this I do need to count, so I'll try to talk while counting. That may not work very well, but hold on a second. Plus, with this pattern, hold on. Oh, I'm almost there, I promise. Um, with this pattern, you can, there's so much leeway as far as the type of yarn you want to use. If you want to make it smaller or bigger. Honestly, I would love to make a bigger version of this, but it would take a lot of yarn. So I think keeping it at this size is probably the best choice right now. But you can make the 2 different sections that there are. You can make it larger, one size bigger than the other, and like in the opposite way than it is that the pattern is actually going to be written, or you can do whatever you want, which is the nice thing. And in all honesty, it wouldn't really change that much of like what you would have to do with the pattern to do that. It would just really, I don't know that it would change much of anything. You just do less rounds of the body or fewer slip stitches, I'm sorry, chains for the other parts or whatever. So it would be very easy to alter to whatever it is you're wanting to do. But uh, I think when I was starting it out, I was like, I don't know that I don't know. And Mr. Boyfriend was like, no, it's gonna look awesome. And I'm like, but I really, I don't know that I'm seeing it right now. And then I continued with it, and I was like, oh, yeah, this is gonna be awesome. I don't know that everybody's gonna think it's gonna be awesome, but I think we think it's awesome. And the more I've gotten towards like the 3/4 mark of it being done, I was like, oh, this is so super cool. Especially the way it'll end up sitting. Oh my gosh. And no, it's not this. But one of the vendors, we didn't get anything there. She was a felting vendor, and she had this octopus that she did. OMG, between the color that she did, and it was incredible, absolutely incredible. Um, we didn't end up getting it, and not because, I mean, okay, the price had something to do with it because it had something to do with it, but what she was charging for it was definitely reasonable. Um, and in all honesty, I think she probably could have been charging more for it, but I think she figured, she needed to stick where it was. I would like to just know what it costs for materials, because I don't know that it would have been all that much, but I don't know. Once you're ready, could you please PM me if I have a gap out test? Yeah, totally. I should be, I mean, I'm getting closer to being done with it. And then I just have to finish writing out the pattern and then making sure that it is written out properly. But yeah, I will definitely reach out to you and let you know. And the only reason I'm not writing it down right now is because basically where I left off in writing it, it's just a repeat. Um, and I'll just be able to, I'll know, like it's something that would be easily written. But I just looked at the map to see how long we still have, and not very long. So I'm going to start saying my goodbyes. And I'm really super excited to get this done and get it tested and then get it shown, because I think it's going to be amazing. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate all the support. Remember, I do have the 5 year anniversary, 5 years on YouTube anniversary giveaway up. If you haven't entered, make sure to go ahead and enter that. And if you're new here, I would really love it if you'd consider subscribing. I always forget to say that in the beginning, and I say that every time. I don't get myself. But anyway, whatever, it is what it is. But have a great rest of your day. Leanne, have a great rest of your day. I know it's morning time by you. And I will talk to you guys soon, probably next week. But who knows? Maybe I'll do another pop up or scheduled one. I guess we'll see what happens. It's wonderful you're designing. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm designing one thing. We'll see where that goes after this. But um, like one of the girls I was talking to, um, she's like, I can be intimidating, but honestly, if you know this and you know this and you know this and you just want to combine it or you want to see it and reverse uh, engineer it and try to figure it out, like if you get something at the store and you're like, oh, I want to remake this, just figure it out. And I was like, yeah, that's true. So you never know what'll happen. But anyway, thanks again. I really do appreciate it. Bye, Mom. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Remember, for every season, there's a reason to crochet. Love, hugs, and prayers to everybody. Extra prayers for those who need it. If you need extra prayers but don't want to share publicly, email me at natalies.closet@yahoo.com. We will add you to our private prayer list. And if you don't mind me sharing it publicly but anonymously, let me know that and I'll do that too. Remember, be positive. And Miley says hi and bye to her peeps. She's at home and she's all taken care of. And my mom, as always, says thanks for all the continued thoughts and prayers for her. And we say thank you for all the continued thoughts and prayers for all of us, all three humans and the Miley doggy, or monkey as I call her. Anyway, have a great concert. Thank you very much, Leanne. I appreciate that. And I will talk to you guys soon. You want to say bye?
Have a good day or night or morning or
Whatever time it is. All right, bye. Love you all. Prayers for all. Bye, Becky. Thank you. Yes, prayers for all also. I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay, bye.